update on zHome Plus, and what initiated this was actually reading the forum this morning and people talking about HomeSeer mobile and the ability to back up and restore as a result of losing their desktops. I just wanted to give a demonstration of what the zHome Plus is now implemented for that functionality and a few other minor enhancements that he has pushed through. So the first thing I'm going to look being displayed on the screen at the moment, the back desktop, I've got on an iPad and I've got an iPhone just sitting there. So the first one I'm going to deal with is the issue with the backup and restore on a device, or being able to easily transfer a configuration and settings from one device to another. So at the moment, up the top there, I've got my iPad, and down the bottom there I've got the Mac device. So these are just to have a look. So I want to transfer a division thing, or I want to back it up. So I can add, and I'm doing this on the iPad up the top. So you can see I can select there to restore and delete my devices once when the backups are shown. And you'll see that I've just done one this morning at 6:30. So I'm now going to create a backup, and it just says backup to the iCloud. Right? I can back up to the iCloud. I can close that and set this into I'll go to the Mac device here now, and I can go in here and I go transfer settings. I've got iCloud backup, but I've also got the restore over here, and there it is. I've just done that backup. It's available over here, or in the transfer for network devices, it's still got restore. If I can take you in here, but I'm going to go across and share. In this case here, I'm going to transfer device settings from one device to the other, and I can't manage my iPad online, so I need to actually click on the iPad to get it working. So I'm going to go share configuration. On the Mac down here, I'm going to go get configuration, and it's going to say accept or decline that transfer, and within a couple of seconds, including the devices, etc., it's all been transferred. I can do the same on the Mac as I can on the iPad and the iPhone. So all the iOS devices from the whole spectrum, from small to medium, can do that. Now with the iCloud warning over this, so right in the middle of this, as we are probably all aware, that Apple has released iOS 14. If you do a backup and you transfer and upgrade to a new iOS version, do a new backup ones, it should not technically affect, but there has been some changes. Therefore, that impacts on the apps, and that can impact. So it is one of the things that you need to manage. So as you change things, as you progress, if you do an upgrade, an incremental upgrade, do another backup, get rid of anything that's irrelevant. You can roll back and restore previous versions, as you can see here. So I can go back to something that was a few weeks or just more recently. So I had to look at that twice because being Australian, we write our dates different. Date here, I don't have anything 7 months old, but that's fine. That's really it. On the left-hand side on the iPhone that you can see there, it's showing the new upgraded Sonos and music type apps as a framework. So in this case here, it's just bringing up, adjust the volume. It is the basic function control that you will have. It's not going to set your whole spectrum of radio stations, this, that, and the other. That's for complex controls. I do say if you're paying for an automation system, automate as best as possible, and your iOS devices, etc., are for quick functions, not for full functions. The rooms, you can move rooms around, you can reconfigure. So over here, I've got my test lights. I can move it around, bring them up. I can move them around and reorder, devices. I can reorder rooms, etc., to make my life. Now, this is equivalent to the dashboard. It is a favorites room. Sorry, just go to my favorites room. I've got on the top here from the zHome Plus icon. Great little icon. I've got to give credit to someone, my daughter. But it's got show custom rooms only, and if I do that, turn that on, it'll only show that room and that device. That will be the same on the iPad or things from the settings. You can also do it from the settings and configure it as well from that for select, those things. With the weather station, for those people that aren't in the US, it is not fully functional. It does show where I live, but it does not show all the devices. It will show my moon cycle, my lunar cycle, so it doesn't show the weather for Hoppers Crossing. Relevance, nil, but that's just the difference between where it was designed and where I live. And you don't really lose any functionality. I've got other apps to do that, and my own weather stations if the case. So that's really the update. The changes to the devices, single tap, double tap. I'm not going to play with some of those. So the Sonos, it's not going to play because it's on. But if I went into the test room and I clicked on a device, for example, wardrobe light. One thing to remember: this is got Z-Wave. I'm having problems with my Z-Wave network recently on HomeSeer 4. I see other people are having the same issues. But single tap on, I'll change rooms to show all rooms again, and I'll go into another room on this device. If I can find a room that I'm looking for, I'll use the zHome. I'm on the iPad. I'm just going to select on the bedroom TV light, on, single tap, off, long press, and it brings up the widget, and you can control all the other functions. And I'm using the context of HS4, HomeSeer version 4 function, as it is known. It's got those from your color controls, etc. It's slightly different for the Aerotech and Fibrio, whichever way you want to say. It goes through and brings up an RGB color wheel, and you select the color and turn it on by selecting the color pattern up the top left of it. Anyway, that's it. Just a quick update to say it's working. The good thing about, I think, with zHome Plus is it gives you the choice to go and download it, have 7 days, play with it, do it, and then if you like it, you buy. If you don't, delete and move on. But it does give you that backup. It's not the same within the other apps that we do have available, Home Buddy, HomeSeer, etc., and previous from, can't even think of the name right now. You have a full dashboard. I go back to the point I said earlier on. From my perspective, this for me is rapid action, not full control. You pay a considerable amount, you pay considerable things, and then if you're doing this by the phone all the time, or your mobile or computer, you're not really getting the best value for money of a home automation system. You're just having it as a home control, and instead of having a light switch, you're now got a mobile device.